people don't know that about me, but even though I did music, my first
Yeah.
passion in life was film production from since I was a kid, and rapping came after. So then David Croppin, I was doing a video shoot for Dougie Fresh and was using this big game show concept. I forget the name of the game, what it was again, but this big game show concept, and they built
Yeah.
the whole set exactly like the game show. It was one of David Croppin's biggest production at the time. And then after I was working with him on it, and he put me on like AD at that time or to
Oh, so
assist him.
that's what that was. Because I remember seeing that in the documentary when Dougie Fresh was talking.
Before the bright lights and big stages, hip hop in Toronto was born in the basements, block parties, and back alleys. These are the origin stories of the culture that shaped a city with Gama.
Kamikaze.
It did look like a game show, but I didn't know where they shot it.
Yeah, that was on the
Yeah,
set.
that's what it was. Okay, that's what that was. Okay.
That was on the set of the video. And
Yeah.
then when they were doing the video today, it was such a big production. And David was like working so hard on this. I remember he was working so hard on this. You know, he wasn't getting much sleep. He just been going and going, pre-production, putting it together. So then finally on the day of now, when it's time to do it, maybe he was a little bit burnt out or whatever. So he kind of like had to take a break. He kind of had a little meltdown and he had to take a break. And then that's when I hopped in now and I says, everybody, everything's going to be all right. We're going to go to lunchtime right now. We're going to have lunch break. Everybody, and we're just going to take a break right now and just give David a little bit. Director needs a minute. Bop, bop, bop. So then Dougie Fresh seen that and he liked that. He already introduced Dougie Fresh. But then when I
Yeah.
did that now, Dougie Fresh looked at me different and it solidified my relationship with him. David came back and got the video done. But I don't know what happened to that video. I never seen it really come out. So I don't know what
Yeah.
happened there. But that's how I met Dougie Fresh good. And then from there now, I started rolling with Dougie Fresh. We did a lot of TV interviews. We did all kinds, not TV interviews, radio interviews, I mean. Then he came on my track, Comma's World, and he did the intro, and I asked him to do the intro. But
Yeah.
first, when I did the track, I made the track, and that's from Hey Young World, from Slick Rick's Hey Young World. And I made it over into Comma's World, and then I let Dougie Fresh hear it, and Dougie Fresh said he likes the track, but
Yeah.
you gotta let Slick Rick hear it, and if Slick Rick gives the green light, then I can use it and whatnot. So then he brought it to Slick Rick. He let Slick Rick hear it. Then he linked me back and he said, Slick Rick said he likes the track. And Slick Rick gave me the green light to go ahead and use it. You know what I mean? So then now I said I want Dougie on the intro. Dougie came on the intro of the track. And then we did the video for it. And he was in the video and everything of that Karma's World. So he was in the video of it. And then from that, when I put out the track now and put out the video, then he came back to Toronto again. We did a show and he told me I had to do a show. He told me I had to do a show to solidify myself as a real MC and a rapper to see if he could fuck with me and this and that. So I put on a show, and at the show I had Kardinal Offishall, Dougie Fresh, and Lil Vicious. And I did the Commas World remix with Kardinal Offishall and Lil Vicious. They were on the remix. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
And
didn't
then
know that.
yeah. And then after we had the show and everything. And that story, that show's crazy because when I came to do the show now, the people came and was downtown, and Lennox Lewis came to support me. That's my next boy, Lennox Lewis. So Lennox Lewis, the champ, he came to the show to support me. So then when I seen everybody there and I seen Dougie Fresh there and Lennox Lewis and everybody was there, I got a bit nervous. And then after when it came time now and it was time to start the show, something wasn't working. One of the turntables, something wasn't working. And that got me more paranoid. And then my brain went blank. As soon as when they said time now and gave me the mic, my brain went blank and I couldn't remember nothing. And I was looking out there and I was paranoid like that. But then as soon as the beat dropped, boom, I did a freestyle. I just did a freestyle off the dome. I said, stop the beat. I did a freestyle off the dome and the freestyle was sick and the whole place went nuts. And then after my brain started to calibrate and everything came back to me and then they dropped the music and I jumped on it and I spit everything perfect. And then in the middle of the show, Lennox Lewis walked up from the back and gave me daps on the stage and everything. And then after Dougie first said after that, you know what? You're solidified. He gave it to me and says, you know what, you're a real MC. You did everything what an MC's supposed to do and you proved yourself, you know what I mean? So then now he started fucking with me for real. So then we started doing radio interviews. We started doing shows. We were going around Canada doing concerts, doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Different places, Waterloo, here, there, all over the place we were going and
Yeah.
doing shows and shit. And that's all. And that song went to #1 in Trinidad. And they had to retire it. It couldn't come off the #1 on the chart on Synergy TV. The video was #1 on the countdown on Synergy. And that was for like a long time, like 6 weeks or 6 months. I can't remember, but for a long time. Then they retired it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to big up Tool Rude, because Tool Rude was one of the producers I used to work with, and Tool Rude is one of the most meticulous and strict producers that you'll ever work with. He pushes you to try to get the best out of you. That's what I know about him, and he's another legendary producer out here. He produced the Commerce World remix with me and Kardinal and Lil Vicious. It's Too Rude that produced that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give him his props.